Imagine a world stripped of the ancient tradition of xenia, or sacred guest friendship, a cornerstone of ancient Greek culture. What if, in this alternate reality, this revered tradition never took root in the soil of history? The absence of xenia would ripple outward, transforming the very fabric of Greek myth and society. Today, we embark on a speculative journey to explore how the lack of xenia could alter some of the most iconic narratives of Greek mythology and reshape civilization itself. In the Homeric epics, xenia is pivotal. The tale of the Trojan War begins with perhaps one of the most infamous breaches of guest rights. Paris, the Trojan prince, and guest of Menelaus, king of Sparta, flagrantly violates this sacred rule by abducting Helen. This act of betrayal ignites a united Greek response, with city-states rallying together for the abduction's redress. However, without xenia, one wonders if Menelaus would have ever extended hospitality to Paris in the first place. Absent this bond of trust and reciprocity, Paris might not have found a welcoming doorstep in Sparta, and perhaps the war itself might have been averted. The tapestry of heroism, tragedy, and epic scale interwoven in the 10-year siege of Troy could have been but a silent page, never penned by Homer. Furthermore, without xenia, figures like Odysseus could have faced grim fates much earlier in their legendary quests. For Odysseus, the essence of hospitality is a lifeline through perilous journeys. His wanderings after the Trojan War teach lessons of resilience and cunning, often punctuated by the kindness, or occasionally treachery, of strangers. Already beleaguered by wrathful gods, an aspect of his odyssey depends on the recognition and respect he receives as a guest. Without sacred guest friendship, an unrecognized Odysseus arriving upon foreign shores would likely meet violence, not conversation. His adventures would be truncated, ending not with a homecoming but with an ignoble demise on some unfamiliar coast. Zeus, the god revered as the protector of guests and strangers, would witness a diminishment in his divine portfolio's significance. As the watchful guardian of xenia, Zeus wields this aspect of his dominion to foster trust among humans and divine beings. In a world void of this tradition, Zeus's influence could dwindle, leaving him a lesser deity, perhaps lamented in songs sung to empty temples. The role of gods integral in enforcing moral codes shifts as their interventions align more with capricious whims than upholding justice or societal stability. A lack of divine oversight concerning hospitality might lead societies to foster distrust rather than accord. Societies themselves would distinctly morph in this xenia-less world. Ancient Greek culture, so deeply interwoven with themes of shared hospitality, would fragment. Where before cities extended mutual respect and alliances through these customs, the isolation resulting from distrust could lead to hostility. City-states, no longer bound by shared cultural threads, might spiral into incessant strife. The rich tapestry of Greek mythology, composed of narrative exchanges among disparate regions, gods, and heroes, would unravel. The concept of Panhellenism, a collective Greek identity, would struggle for existence in a world divided, lacking the unifying courtesy that xenia afforded. In conclusion, imagining a world without xenia reveals how central values and practices underpin the fabric of societal and mythological structures. The absence of this sacred custom would not only recast epic narratives and destinies of heroes like Odysseus and Helen of Troy, but also sculpt a civilization defined by separateness and conflict. Reverence for hospitality has shaped histories and fables and, perhaps, formed a silent handshake across generations, reminding us of the potential we hold in sharing our journeys with others. As we ponder this alternate history, we glimpse the enduring influence of a tradition that, like the Homeric verses themselves, transcends time.